This is packed full of vitamin C. So I'm going to give you one each to try. It's in English it's called woody sorrel, if you've ever heard of sorrel. So what you do is you just, so kids, your kids will know these because on tiolin with school, they get very excited about them, and you chew the stalk.
Oh, sour.
Yeah, sour, but a little bit of sweetness as well. Convenience, modernization, taking the work away from the woman to free up the woman in the kitchen by appliances. Suddenly you can, instead of doing the washing by hand, you've got a washing machine. We wanted to change our food habits. All of a sudden, our food, instead of making it from scratch, amazing, we can buy a pizza in a box from the supermarket and we don't have to work to make that pizza. And that became bigger and bigger and bigger, but then there was a backlash. And we're all like, okay, it's time to start making things from scratch. Going back to what we were, slow food, which I think started in Italy. And people, first of all, also saw the health benefits behind it, the Mediterranean diet. What are the French and Italian doing that is so much better than what we're doing? Hey, they're not eating junk food, they're not eating fast food. They're cooking the food themselves and they're taking their time to eat it. Julie, you're not going to look what's on here. Look at this. One.
Oh. So it's Pakistani.
Totally out of season.
Yes.
This is meant to be on the tree. When it comes to foraging, this, as far as I'm concerned, as we're concerned, this is like the holy grail, along with the asparagus, the holy grail.
Woo.
Now, this is very interesting because this is only meant to be on the tree in April, May. You can see
Joanna, there's another one up there.
Yeah.
Joanna, could you put your finger on it?
Yeah. This is meant to be on the tree in April, May. It's unbelievable. This tree is so confused. You know why this tree is so confused? The weather, because it's January and we're having 21, 22 degrees all the way through. So this tree thinks it's April, May time. Is what it's doing right now, this is a mulberry tree, okay? And it's losing its leaves right now because it's winter. But at the same time, it's confusedly put out its berry, its fruit. Okay. We're going to try it because we might as well. Yeah, because it's post Rosh Hashanah. So I'm going to let you try it because Julie and I have tasted them a lot.
Let's give our cameraman Let's give Dani our cameraman some.
Okay, well there's not much to eat of it because you can only try where it's red.
Only try where it's red.
Yeah, so obviously this is
Ha'etz,
yes.
Oh, I tell you, Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam, shehecheyanu v'kiyumanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh.
Amen. Okay, I don't know if it's sweet.
Oh my God, so cool.
How does that taste? I can't guarantee it's good because it's totally the wrong season. What does it taste like? Is it sweet? Yeah. That's what you did, okay? All I remember was hot poached jacket potatoes, and it was just all so delicious. Like my strongest memories are eating outdoors. So I guess in the end, and then I developed this whole love for nature. So suddenly, like eating, and with my family, my own family, when they were growing up here, we weren't big hikers, but we loved going into nature, and we all loved eating. So with my own family, a lot of our early tiolin was spent picking things, picking figs in fig season, I've got two boys and a husband who are fire fanatics. So they wanted to make the fires, and then we wanted to eat. So we would make a fire, and then we would boil tea, or we would make pita. Or at one point we picked figs, and we found little packets of sugar that we picked up at the hotel in the morning, and then we mixed the sugar with the figs, and we boiled up figs in sugar, and it was honestly the most delicious thing I'd ever eaten. So yeah, eating outdoors was always a really big thing. And foraging and picking, and it started off, there's figs, and figs are great, and then you start discovering that there's just so much more to eat. So for example here, this is the best. Whoever here has Israeli children, which both of you have, your kids will know this. Now, first of all, why am I picking it? Because it's not protected. It's not a protected flour. This is called a chamsitz in Hebrew. And I don't know if you ever have chamsutzim at home. Those sour sticks. So this is called a chamsitz, okay? It's basically a nature's sour stick. It's actually very hard. You know what? It comes together in so many ways, but I'm going to be very honest. This is what they call an invasive species. So you're not going to find much history on the chamsitz, except that for an Israeli school child for the last 50 years, well, I guess, yeah, it's modern history. It's what you call modern history, modern Zionism. It's an Israeli school child. It's been in the country for about 100 years, this flower. And yeah, for an Israeli school child, this is an essential part of their childhood. So what I like about the nature is that it connects me as an Olah to the land. It connects me to the land, it connects me to my children, it connects, you know, I live in the town of Modi'in. This is a hill which has a history from 2,000 years. We're talking about Titora Hill has been settled on. They found remains back to Bar Kokhba time. Enjoying that. They found remains here back to Bar Kokhba time. Maccabee period, you know, all of that is on this hill here. So it kind of gets all connected. And then even the Hebrew language. So woody sorrel has no background or meaning to me. But chamsitz is just, it's part of the Israeli language. And that's what I love about the flowers in Hebrew, that their names help you understand and learn the language. Chamsitz comes from the word chamsutz, chamutz, okay? They're called chamutz, okay? Chamutzim, pickled cucumbers, okay? A patzuf chamutz is a sour face. Chamtzutzim is those things that my husband insists on buying Friday night for the family, and it's junk and I hate it, but that's what we have in the house. So it's talking about purists. Okay, we don't sit eating these on Friday night in my house. But suddenly the Hebrew word connects to the flower because it tastes chamtzutz. Oh, when it comes to foraging, you know, I said to you, I said to you that, you know, we started off with the basics, you know, figs on the tree. And then when you start foraging, you start discovering that there's so much other rich, delicious stuff out there. And the pièce de résistance of foraging is, Julie's just finding it there. Wild asparagus, exactly.
Oh, got it. We hit the win.
Yeah, so here, so that one, just so you know, is a little bit woody. Try and take the tips off the top. But if you take, so that one's just the tips are edible, but they're still good. This one is in its absolutely perfect state. I'm gonna just, if you look at this one, okay, now, there we go. That is a perfect asparagus spear. You can't get anything more perfect than that. Now the question is, who's going to eat it? Julie, you're already eating those?
I'm ready.